Oh, fucking hell. I'm too big for this shit. Good morning. Guess I'll send to myself. 7:06 a.m. Thursday, I believe the 21st November 2025. Today we have a leg day. And I'm not in the mood for a leg day. Some things just gotta be done. Some things just have to be done. And today is one of them. I'm gonna be training with my friend and client Helinda. She's going through prep right now. She just started, so we're not too far deep in, but she needs to go through a leg session to get her ass whooped, so that's where we're going. As I said, completely sponsored. Not even gonna fucking lie about it. A-G Max, baby. Alright, I'm gonna get ready, we're gonna head off. I'm just gonna fucking dig right into it, talk some shit along the way, and see how things go. So hi, motherfucker. We got legs today. I'm vlogging. First off, well, we did some abs. Now leg curl. And then what's after this?
Adductors.
Is it? Okay. Apparently it's adductors. We're gonna change it up a bit. We'll do this one. We'll do a single leg, just one set. Leg curl. And then we'll leave adductors till later. But you're gonna do my one today.
Are we doing quads?
Yeah, we're doing quads.
Okay.
That's what you're doing. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Just fucking fuck shit up. Alright, how are you feeling so far?
Fuck you.
Alright, here. I'll get one of you. So after this point, my camera died. So I bought some batteries. So from now on, when I do these little vlogs, my camera shouldn't be dead. And that should be very nice. So we can have that nice little quality of a vlogging video. So what I'm going to do for you guys is give you a little bit of a voiceover so you can understand how I am attacking these sets, right? You can see there's control on the way down. I am using a reverse band, which is just taking a little bit of tension off the knees at the bottom. So obviously being fucking heavy as I am, 120 kgs, there's a little bit of tension on my knees at the bottom, especially with all that fucking weight on that rack right now. So that is one way to kind of reduce tension at the bottom. I'm still pausing. I'm still giving like a slight pause at the bottom and controlling it and then pushing through, okay? So I'm not bouncing out of it and using momentum to get me up. I'm using my quads to push me through. So that's one thing that a lot of people need to really apply to their training, is to reduce the amount of momentum that they use. In some instances and in some cases, it's necessary and can be used, of course, But for the most part, if we're really trying to bring up a body part that we're lagging, we want to make sure that our momentum is negated for the most part, as much as possible. Anyway, so we can see that Herlinda's using a little bit of momentum, which is, it's once again, as long as we're controlling on the way down for the most part, and after a few of these reps, I do tell her to control it a little bit more. So anyway, that's the main thing that I really want to harp on with your squats, with your presses. Honestly, every movement. This is going to apply to literally every single fucking movement. If you want a muscle to grow, don't use so much momentum. All right, limit the momentum, control the negative, and explode through the muscle that you're trying to train to ensure that all of that tension is going through the muscle, as much of that tension as possible. All right, we can see it through here as well. I'm about to do my leg presses, and so you can see I'm still like controlling on the way down. Right, I'm not making it a full pause. I can if I wanted to. I'd have to reduce the load a little bit, but I'm slowing it down as much as possible until I get to the bottom range of the motion, and then I'm pressing through my quads. So I'm not bouncing out of it. I used to be able to do these 7-8 plates like 2 years ago, but the form was nowhere near the same. And so of course my legs never really grew properly. So ever since I changed up, I started focusing more on my form and started implementing this form across all of my movements. Things started to really grow, because now I'm using the muscle to actually move the weight. So that's just something to keep in mind every time you go and fucking beat your ass in the gym, right? Anyway, watch me absolutely die under this fucking weight now. I think I hit a new PR with new weight as well, so it's an extra 20 kilograms. And I either matched reps or I think I did an extra rep compared to the week before. So I want to stick with this. I got, I think, 14. Oh, fucking, I can't remember for the life of me, but I've got it written down somewhere. But if I got about 14 reps, my rep range that I'm trying to aim for is about 10 to 12. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to increase the weight, even if it's just by 10 kilograms next week, and try hit above 10, 12 reps. And if it's good form and I'm happy with the form, then I'm going to keep that and progress with that the next week, maybe add another 10 kilograms. If the form's a little bit wacky or I undershoot the reps and I don't get as many as I thought, then I'm going to stick with that weight until I'm able to hit my target rep range for that movement, right? So what I'm telling Herlinda here is how I want her to actually do this movement, how to do the leg press, right? So I'm going to go do a similar kind of form to me, which is my toes are going to be outwards. So I'm going to be creating a bit of a V with my feet. There's going to be enough separation between them so that as I come down or as she comes down, her hips can open up and where she's not being restricted by her hip mobility, okay? So a little bit lower on the pad, no, knees over toes. She has a knee injury, so we have to keep that in mind as well. So she's limited to her range of motion a little bit more. So we just kind of have to work with that and figure out where that is for her, where she can work with that. I recommended that she should put her seat back because that's going to limit her mobility, and it did help. All right, so these kinds of little changes you guys need to make to your movements as well, to your exercises, because once you do and you're able to get as much as you can out of the least, plus out of the most range of motion with the best form possible, with great control and actually pushing through the muscle, that is when you will start to grow. It's not all about weight. So don't think it's all about weight. Because like I said, I used to sit on here and do 10 fucking plates aside. You think I'm able to do that now with the form that I execute my movements with? Absolutely not. All right, I'm going to get a lot more out of a lot less. And now we can see she, of course, physically abuses me, which is just amazing. And now we're going to our next movement. So our next movement, of course, is the adductors. So this is one that's often, once again, it's not really performed these days in the gym very much. Maybe in the Metroflex gym and people who know what they're doing with their legs, it is. But with boys that I know that, just the average gym goer, they really neglect their adductors. And so if you want a big, thick leg, you have to realize the adductor is a big fucking muscle. You can get your adductors humongous, all right? It's not all just about the quads. If you want a good-looking leg, you want to be hitting your adductors as well. So it's not a girl machine. It's not a pussy machine or anything like that. All right, we do call them good girls, bad girls. So these are good girls because you're closing your legs, right? And I'm a good boy, so of course I am definitely going to be getting onto this exercise. But jokes aside, this is to finish off the leg and really get that thickness to it, and that's that look that we want. The adductors are undervalued. All right, so you really want to be making sure that you're doing these properly. You want to get as much of a stretch as possible, that's as possible for your body, because everyone's body is a little bit different. I know people that can come really wide because they have a lot of flexibility and mobility in their hips and legs. And of course, for myself, I don't have that much flexibility or mobility because I'm tight as fuck. So I work with what I can, and I get as much of a stretch as I can through the adductor before I come back in. And similar to Helinda, so I'm changing up how she normally does it, right? She usually sits forward, and she can get more of a stretch when you're sitting forward. But what's happening is we're kind of changing how we're hitting the muscle when we sit forward. So I'm getting her to sit back, and we're not getting as much of a stretch, but we're getting as much of a stretch as possible or as necessary before she needs to come back in and actually squeeze through, right? So she's working through the full range of motion for her, and that's completely fine, right? I'm not expecting her to bring her fucking legs or knees all the way out to the sides 180 degrees, because that's impossible for most people. Most people don't have that flexibility. So keep that in mind whenever you're training your adductors. Fuck yeah, check those fuckers out. Where's the good looking? Yeah, sweet.
Mine's small.
Those are the bikini shots.
Huh?
Those are the bikini shots. How is it? Is it like that?
Yeah, I guess.
Is it like that? I
Yeah.
thought it was like this. No, it's not this.
Yeah. And like this one. 不是啦，没想要是不的。
What the fuck is that? Oh, yeah. Oh my god, that's hard. That's good as fuck. Alright, I just wanted to say, if you did make it this far, I've got to get better with filming vlog outros because I keep fucking forgetting. I've got another vlog in the works as well, and I forgot to film an outro and an intro for that bad boy. So, is what it is, but I will get used to that, of course. Thank you for watching. Hope you took something away from this that you could learn and apply to your own training. I'll see you guys in the next one. Let me know what else you'd love to see. Peace out.